Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today. I thought today we'd show you how we do the little painting that you see at the beginning of the show, the little one with all the birch trees in it that the little painter guy's in. It's a very, very simple painting, and even if you've never done a painting before in your life, this one you can do. So let's start out and have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint it at home. While they're doing that, come on up here and let's get started.
What if I told you that filmmakers are painters? Or that most of the decisions made in filmmaking are no different than the decisions Bob makes as he's painting. His canvas size is equal to your aspect ratio. His subject is no different than your protagonist. His brushes and palettes are like the array of equipment used to make a film. And the one element that is essential to all of it is color. Color is a powerful tool. At its core, it engages the senses, eliciting a deep psychological impact. It is an important component of film, and the ways filmmakers use it allows them to imply or show necessary information without the use of dialogue. Different colors provoke different reactions depending on the way that they're used. Using it in a broad approach can provoke emotion or set the tone of the film. It can be accented to signify changes in a character, or it could be localized to direct the audience's attention or focus. There is no shortage of ways color can be used in film. However, to utilize color effectively, filmmakers must understand how color works, how colors relate and interact with one another, and how we as an audience react to color. Film is a visual medium. And so understanding color harmonies allow filmmakers to deepen the visual experience. When certain colors are combined, you create a scheme. No different than in music, when certain notes are combined, you create a chord. Filmmakers use color schemes to produce an emotional response and create a tone. When a scheme is based on one color with varying shades, it's called monochromatic. Albert and Alan Hughes use a monochromatic scheme for their film, The Book of Eli. The story is set in a post-apocalyptic world where resources are limited and survival outweighs morality.
They killed all these people.
They didn't just kill them, they ate them.
Her hands were shaped.
Too much human meat, let's go.
Here, the scheme helps amplify the themes of desolation and destruction. The darker shades enhance the stark and sinister realities of this world, while the lighter shades highlight the intense environmental conditions. But a scheme doesn't have to be restricted to an overall uniform application. It can be applied in more intricate details. In Middle of Nowhere, directed by Ava DuVernay, the main character's wardrobe is a monochromatic scheme consisting of various shades of purple. And while it is a stylistic choice, the audience subconsciously grows to associate the color with the character. While monochromatic schemes are composed of one color, complementary schemes use two colors that are opposite one another on the color wheel. The result produces an intense contrast and vibrancy. Marvel's Black Panther incorporates a complementary scheme in the suits that T'Challa and Killmonger wear. While there are multiple versions of the Black Panther suit that are created in the film, it's no coincidence that T'Challa dons a suit with purple details and Killmonger has one with gold. Gold and purple are opposite colors on the color wheel, and both are associated with power and regality. So while these colors are visually pleasing and work well together, they actually have a stark contrast. This is a case where the color scheme and choices tie into the characterization and storyline. It's an unsuspecting way to visually emphasize the conflict between these two characters. We have two polar opposites vying for identical control and power. So while the suits are seemingly identical, these colors are complete opposites, and so are these characters. Analogous schemes combine multiple colors that neighbor each other on the color wheel. Using multiple colors can be overwhelming, so in order to maintain a visual balance or harmony between the colors, generally, one color is chosen as the dominant, while the second is used as a supportive color, and the third is used as an accent. Depending on the color choice, these schemes tend to create either a warm or cool tone because of the close proximity of the combined colors. Moonlight is a great example of this. The protagonist is surrounded by various shades of blue, green, and yellow throughout the film. The dominant color is blue, and the green and yellow serve as supportive and accent colors. The scheme ends up with an overall cool tone. Conversely, the analogous scheme in this party scene from Dead Presidents has a warm tone. The opposing blue and red colors cover opposite sides of the frame, and the colors mix and create purple in the center, emphasizing the eroticism of the scene as the characters slow dance. While color schemes can be guidelines for using color, the way they are applied aren't set in stone. Filmmakers modify the basic rules in color theory all the time to create unique cinematic visuals that fit their narratives. Spike Lee's She's Gotta Have It is shot mostly in black and white, essentially a monochromatic scheme, but one scene is shot in color. And while the choice was influenced financially due to black and white film being cheaper to process, the application of color makes this scene stand out within the film. It becomes a defining moment significant to the characters and the audience. In this scene from Moonlight, a harmonious color scheme is used to reflect the protagonist. But within the same scene, the color green is used to disrupt the scheme and intensifies how explosive and threatening this character is. This one scene visually represents the relationship between the two. There are countless examples within Black cinema that showcase the mastery that filmmakers and cinematographers have over color theory. So the next time that you're watching a movie, take note of the many colors that create the masterpiece. I'm Brian, and this has been In Focus.